In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most gracious. Dear colleagues, I again came just in front of you with a new video on efficient resourcing and effective governance through school complexes, clusters, which already I told you that it is the 7th chapter of our National Education Policy 2020. Already I have made one video regarding the same, and in that very video I mentioned that J&K administration or government has formulated certain objectives regarding the school complexes clusters, and those very objectives were advocate sharing of resources in terms of manpower, so that every subject including music, arts, even vocational subjects should be taught in the schools, and there should be subject experts. And the second objective was sharing of physical resources, so that the students can enjoy, they can involve themselves in sports and other extracurricular activities by sharing. And third point was to build a sense of community, to break the stigma of sense of isolation. And there should be cooperation and support across the schools to promote the education of children with special needs. And the last point I told you that devolving of powers to principals, headmasters, masters, teachers, so that the train of education will run smoothly without any hindrance or flaw in the appointment. Now, from objectives, the objectives which I mentioned before you, to achieve all these very objectives, one possible mechanism for accomplishing these objectives is the establishment of a grouping structure which we call the school complexes clusters. In school complex, which consists of one higher secondary together with all other schools offering lower grades in its neighborhood, including Anganwadis in a radius of 5 to 10 kilometers. But this thing we have to keep in mind, that school complex consists of one higher secondary school and other schools in its adjoining offering lower grades, including Anganwadis within and radius of 5 to 10 kilometers. This is what we call the school complex. Besides this, the district education officer, or simply we can say chief education officer of the district, and the block education officer or ZDO, simply will interact primarily with each school complex as a single unit and facilitate their work. The role of chief education officer plus concerned ZDO is to interact primarily with this school complex and to facilitate their work. In efficient resourcing and effective governance, the schools have to develop their plans, whether it is short-term plan or long-term plan, with the involvement of their SMCs. To further enhance the cooperation and the synergy between the schools, it should include synergy and cooperation between the schools, that is between the private and government schools. There should be twinning or pairing of one public school with the private school, so that we will come to know about their pedagogies. The best pedagogy will be documented and it will be shared and adopted. Besides this, every state will be encouraged. I am just telling you, the 7th chapter of National Education Policy and all these points are mentioned in this very chapter. That every state will be encouraged to strengthen existing or establishing ball bhavans. These ball bhavans are daytime boarding schools, while children of every age will interact or will visit the same ball bhavans, and they will interact. Children of different ages, they will interact with each other. They will share their experiences. They will share their experiences, and they will perform different activities in terms of career counseling and other things which are of utmost important in teacher learning processes. And besides this, the last point of this is, as per the National Education Policy document, that restoration of the dignity of schools as institutions by celebrating the foundation day of school, by honoring those who are very much involved in school activities. The alumni of that very school should be honored. They should be invited to the school so that we can get the recognition, we can get the restoration of the dignity of schools. This was all about efficient resourcing and effective governance through school complex clusters, what is meant in National Education Policy document. Now besides this, there is other version of School Education Department, JNK. The version of SED will be discussed in another video. Till that time, thanks, have a nice day.